What's up, everybody? Films of the Day here, playing more Return of Obra Dinn. I guess we have a chance of finishing it today, but we'll see. It depends on how efficient we can be. But yeah, we've completed. Well, we're not 2/3 of the way there, but I do think there's going to be a funnel effect. I think the next hour or so is going to be a little bit of a struggle, and then I think it might all start coming together after that. Especially knowing that the last 5 or so, maybe just the last 3, are their own separate little section. So, I think same thing we did at the start of last session. Why don't we just take it from the top? Because I'm keeping in mind of figuring out where Evans ended up was because of this. So let's just read through all the information we have again real quick. So yeah, failing health, discovery of its fate, the completion of this book. All makes sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine identity and fate. Then return it to Morocco. Bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but I've elected to keep them private for now. Is this super useful? This is one of the few parts of the book that is not... Why does it feel like it's lagging a bunch? I hope that doesn't stick around for too long. This feels like the only part of things so far, the only part of the book so far that has really not been useful at all. It's fun to look at around where this all happened, but yeah, I haven't found a good use for that. Give me 1 second, actually. I'm going to restart the game, because that lag is... I don't know how noticeable it is for y'all, but I'm bothered. Alright, we're back. Okay. And... yeah, that I don't know why that was lagging, but it's not lagging anymore, so awesome. Okay, let's double check all of our decks. So again, let's just go over all of the information. Arrows indicate the flow of time. I didn't see that note before. That's fun. Got passenger cabin, captain's quarters. I think we've solved all those pretty well. We have all of the mates' cabins here. And I think we figured out most of the mates. 4th mate is still a bit of a mystery. We also have the bosun rooms here, but we didn't have any bodies there, so we'd have to try and take a peek in those rooms during one of these other... I haven't really checked to see if there's anything going on in those rooms during this whole string of this combo of murders. So that might be worth double checking, because I don't think we have our bosuns checked off yet. Purser's office, I think we did get. We figured out who the purser is. Carpenter's shop we got. Have we gotten Carpenter's assistant yet? I'm not sure. Gunner's store, I don't think it's super useful because there's a ton of gunners. Surgery we figured out. And then most of this stuff down here, aside, we could double check bosun's store. But most of this stuff is not going to be super useful to us in the cargo hold as of yet, because yeah, I think Lazarette is going to be that last. I imagine we're going to go send the book off and then either come back to this protagonist, or maybe we'll go to Evans's perspective and we'll finish off that last chapter. But it did explicitly tell us don't worry about that chapter, skip over that. All right. So John Davis was spiked, we think, but that has not been confirmed, which makes me think that might not be true. Otherwise, it would have been confirmed in one of the last previous sets. Martin, we're pretty sure about. We just don't know the identity of the killer, which is why that's not locked in. We don't have a bosun's mate yet, but we do have Alfred. And it's not fucking Balder. It really seems like it should be Balder. Balder needs to be either this guy or one of the Russians, and apparently it's neither, which is insane. We are still looking for the carpenter mate. I feel like I thought I identified him, and then we didn't get it. The gunner's mate we're pretty sure about, but it's still unknown the identity of the killer. Duncan we have marked down as unknown. We don't have a helmsman yet. That feels like one we should be able to figure out, right? We need to figure out where the helm is, because again, apparently it's not on the top deck like it is in all the pirate movies. So we need to be on the lookout for that. Big string of confirmed ones, which is from the mermaid chapter, I think. Still trying to figure out ship steward, captain steward, all the stewards, actually. We don't have any stewards yet. We know one of them got locked up, but we don't know... Or wait, no. We're pretty sure about this, but we just don't know what happened to him. He's probably one of the three in the hidden chapter, because last we saw of him, he was getting thrown in the brig. But yeah, all these other stewards we still got to figure out. Don't know what happened to... I think we've figured out... We have a good guess as to whose face Omid is, but we just don't know what happened to him. Telling apart all of the top men is proving rather tricky. As is the case with a lot of these seamen. But we've got all the Indian sailors checked off here. Yeah, we got a good string there. Okay. All good to know. This, I'm curious if we can get more hints as to who's who based on who everyone's hanging out with. Like Cook and the Butcher, we're right next to each other, so that makes sense. All the Indian folks stuck together there. These guys, I don't know how connected they are. That guy looks like a topman, though. Exposed shirt, he's holding onto the rigging. And yeah, he's in the he survives all the way to the last sequence, which is interesting. How many topmen do we have available to us? This guy's white, so I guess he could be Nicholas or Lewis. He's probably not Volkov, but he's probably Nicholas or Lewis. We should have most of these folks, right? Most of the passengers? Yeah, we got all the passengers. Philip's not locked in because we don't know what happened to him. Cool. That's a Russian. That's not a Russian. These are the two brothers. We just don't know what happened to him, so that's not locked in. So presumably this would be another Russian, but I feel like I put in both of our Russian guesses and it didn't check out. We got this guy. We don't know who this guy is, but he's probably a topman, I think, based on memories we've seen him in. This guy's also a topman, we think. This guy's also a topman. We got all the Formosans. Figured out who got shot. Right? Why is that not showing up? This guy's been showing up actually a lot, but I don't have any clues as to what his deal is. Boy. These two are probably seamen also. If two of the four executioners are seamen. So who could you be? Let's just assume you're a seaman. And you appear to be not non-white. And there's not a lot of options for that. Because we actually have checked off a lot of our seamen. I think I already came, I'm reviewing a lot of information here, so that might be a repeat, but does not seem like there's anyone around Winston who immediately is like, oh, that must be the carpenter. Just, the people next to him don't look like that. We do have the bosun. But we don't have... Do we have the bosun's mate? I don't know if we do. Yeah, that's the problem, is a lot of the proximity here doesn't check out too well. Like, the surgeon and the surgeon's mate are not next to each other. First mate, second mate, and captain are all next to each other. That's nice. But aside from that, it's not too useful. Okay, why don't we go... let me just double check. Bosun's... We've got the bosun, but bosun's mate, do we still have to figure out? Is there a bosun's steward? We do not... Yeah, Charles Minor is the one we're still trying to find. Why don't we go to the... wombo combo of deaths. I think it's right here, isn't it? Just because those are some murders that happened near the bosun's quarters. So if we can see if there's anybody about... Nope. No, absolutely not. Well, if we flash back all the way to the end, we might be able to see...
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Yeah, very sad. If we go to the very end of that scene, there's a chance we'll be able to find something. So, how about you, fella? Nope, doors are still closed. There's more lights on. I guess we're probably more just localized to this part of the ship than the other
I'll
one.
stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back, to save him.
You tell her yourself. Brennan! Bring the surgeon's kid!
Do we know who's talking to him? I think we figured out... Wait, have we figured out either of these? This guy we definitely have figured out. Do we know who this guy is? Yes, that one's been confirmed. And so that also helps us confirm that the guy who got shot is Welter. We just need to figure out who this fucker is. That's still in question, isn't it? Right? Actually, let me just double check. Yeah, it's not Lank, so it's the second guy.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
No, I want to... Hang on, I want to see... Yeah, let's... Who is he talking to? Because he's probably not talking to this guy shooting him in the head. I don't know. Alright. How about Bosun's quarters? We can double check some of the deaths down there. Doo-doo-doo. Is it really only that one scene where we can see everybody sleeping in the cots? Because I feel like that sort of information is incredibly valuable for piecing together which, who is who in certain groups of people, you know? You're confirmed. Are you confirmed or are you a guess? You're a guess. There's not a ton of options that fit. I guess I shouldn't jump to conclusions. An Englishman could be black. But I don't think a white person is going to be from New Guinea, which is why I'm still leaning towards this is our New Guinean rep here. So I think I'm still going to leave that. And he's marked as unknown fate, so there's no, he wouldn't be confirmed in any case, even if I was right about that. Alright, yeah, that doesn't seem too helpful. Hello up there! Okay. Excuse me. Is this... hang on. This is the bosun store I'm going into, so... Did I figure out bosun from this? I feel like we confirmed this one, right? No, that's where the carpenter died. Interesting. You seem like you might be coming from the bosun's store, right? Or wait, no, bosun's store's over there. Still don't know who you are. You could also be Carpenter's assistant, actually. And then, yeah, we've got Balder here. Coming from... coming from the lazarette. That's not helpful for identifying. What's in the captain's cargo room? Have we checked that? Feels like that could be important. It's nothing. It's just a bunch of booze. Oh boy. We're gonna be piecing things together for a little while here, aren't we? What else do we want to investigate? Do we want... was there anyone else... I feel like I already double-checked this. Was there anyone else around for this one where we could try to piece things together?
Here.
No one over here. And we got all these four guys. So what about y'all?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks off.
One in bed. Dr. Evans. Okay, yeah, we've got you guys.
Never been on a farm, John?
And then you're the surgeon's assistant, I believe. Damn, dude. This is gonna be tricky. How about we revisit Kraken Attack, but we visit the early scenes. That might be another place where there's people who are caught by surprise, and thus their locations in the moment could be useful. So why don't we go check out where that old guy died, horribly. And that'll be fun for us. Yeah. What's your deal? I know what your deal is, but... You are unconfirmed, right? You seem to be eating. Okay, we've got more people in bed. '43 and 44 are abed. Ooh, this seems like it could be important. We've got super cool scimitar thing hanging from number 36. Let's check number 36. Number 36 is Omid. Okay, so if we spot anyone else with that cool sword, Omid is our guy. But we still don't know what happened to him. That's cool to know. 48 and 49. Both seem unoccupied, actually. Actually, all these guys seem unoccupied. '45 is sleeping. And you guys are up and about. Could you potentially be 41 and you almost got to be this guy, right? You've taken your own cot down and you won't let me see what it is. Now I'd have to go back and double check. That caught in a different memory. But you, I think we can probably say, are 41. Which checks that you are one of the folks from China. You're probably another one of the top men, but we don't know for sure. You guys are chilling. I don't know if I've seen your face before in my fucking life. Oh, you're one of the guys who got wrecked by the cannon. That seems like a steward to me. Do I know your deal? I think so. Fuck! No. Okay. But I think I can mark you as a steward. At the very least. And if you're probably one of the mates, right? Would we be able to figure out which one based on who's left? Because you're probably not third mate. You're probably not fourth mate. You're probably not the bosun's mate. You're probably not the carpenter. Ah, fuck. You might be one of these guys. I just got them mixed up. In any case. Right, Helm. That's the other one I want to look into. Great. X, is that supposed to be 10? Why is X marked as a bed? Stupid. And 56 is asleep. 57 is not asleep, it doesn't look like. So yeah, I'm wondering how much I'm supposed to be able to figure out who's here and who's not by who's asleep and who's not. But I'm glad I remembered that. There are people, we do have information available. Okay, so main thing, we're going to be on the lookout for this scimitar because that means that's our boy Omid. Okay, let's follow the do memories. Let's do this in order. Although I think now we have to go up top and there's just another separate person being murdered for completely unrelated reasons, right? Oh no, that happened even before that. Do we know who else was in the boat there? Well, we can check who else was present. Oh, you? Okay. We should probably figure out what happened to him, huh? Is he one of the ones who disappeared? I wonder if he technically escaped. Although he also disappeared. Interesting. Okay. We got this one. This is by the bosun's quarters. So you, I think, are next. Yeah, awesome. Okay. All right, how are we all doing here? Everyone having a good time? Having a good time? Having a good time? We can't go upstairs, which is a bummer. And you guys are about to get wrecked. This one I don't think there's too much I can piece together necessarily. We got 10 here. Still can't see that tag, but the one next to 41, which is useful to know. And then the sword is gone, so it seems like Omid is up and about, right? I don't think anyone down here has a sword, though. That's Brennan, it looks like, with that beanie. Okay, why don't we actually go ahead and double check the one up top. Let's just go completely in order and see what we can cook up, you know? So, stand by. Now, which corpse by the side of the road is the one we're looking for? Is it this guy? It might be this guy. Let's try this guy. Nope. That's the guy whose name we're supposed to already know. Excuse me. There's no cool swords about, is there? That I can be like, oh, that's Omid. That's my boy Omid. Nah. I like how on the one hand we have a pretty good image of what happened here, and on the other hand, there's a lot of like, okay, but what the fuck actually happened here? Like, the crab soldiers. What the fuck is their deal, guys?
Let me on.
What's actually going on there?
How is that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No probes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw it.
I feel like these guys probably escaped, although we should probably double check
No, don't.
the other Doom chapters before we make that assumption. Or maybe they got killed by the Kraken. That seems equally plausible, actually. We'll see if we can spot them in the distance or something. All right. Just had to check. Just had to see if something was going to happen. Down here, I'm not sure how much more information we're going to get, but it's definitely still worth double checking. These guys, right? You guys are continuing to have a bad time, I'm seeing. I keep needing to double check the numbers. 41 is this one? Yes. We're looking for the guy next to 41. And is there any information we can glean from looking at the windows here either? There's a squid out there. That seems to be the main takeaway from that. So let's keep that in mind, guys. Seems like you've got that taken care of, though. I don't even know what number 5 is. But you are guy next to 41. Okay. Oh, that guy got crushed by the cannon also. Where is that? And why are my feet not showing up? I'm right next to it, aren't I? Or do I have to zoom into it? Okay, he's right behind me, isn't he? It's this guy. This poor sap. Oh, hey guys. You're holding some pouches. What's going on up here? And then yeah, you're definitely this guy's steward, because now he's like, no, my boy. You're also here, so that's fun. And you are concerned about this guy, so could you be the gunner's mate, maybe? Because that's the gunner, right? And you're here by the cannons. No, we know who the gunner's mate is. Okay. Darn. Okay. What a mess. We got you. Hell yeah, Peter Milroy. This fucking guy. No dialogue. It was just a bad time for everyone involved. Yeah, let's double check that because that'll take us back up top. We'll see if we can spot a cool sword anywhere. Yeah. 7. Did we miss 6? Oh, 6 is the guy who exploded. We could double check that as well for swords. Hey, you were just down there. You're all OLED. So wait, someone chopped a tentacle. Someone chopped a tentacle off. Who chopped the tentacle off? And what did you do it with? Ooh, also we're looking for those guys who are trying to escape. No sign of him, Captain. But we can check that guy who exploded. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I didn't even see you guys over there. Okay. Probably drowned then, right? We can check for part 8 to see if we can spot where they landed and if they got eaten. But they probably drowned then. Ooh, that's cool. I never even noticed them. Okay, let's flash back. Who's the exploded guy? Are you just the exploded guy? You wouldn't be bloody, would you? But let's double check. Yeah, okay. Ooh. You drowned. Did you leave a sword behind? You're carrying a cool sword. Are you Omid? I can't tell if it's the same sword, but it's a cool looking sword. Alright, a couple things. This guy's definitely dead. Oh, we think this is Omid. Or not by an unknown attacker. Well, it's not that you were drowned, it's that you drowned. But I guess we could say by a beast. Because, yeah, I don't think any of these... Eaten is an option, but we never see this guy's... we never see the Kraken's mouth, so that doesn't seem like the best option. And then Lost at Sea is not an option, so Drowned by a Terrible Beast seems like the best option for that. And where is that boat? Why can't I see it from here? Is it down in the water currently? But it was on that side, wasn't it? Where did it go in this shot? Well, in either case, let's go to part... Well, part 8 is Eleanor, right? Or Abigail, or I don't remember her name, but Captain's waifu. I mean, let's check it, but... Alright, I gotta go a long way around. Yeah, having a bad time. Spear guy's rocking it. I want to give him credit for that. Oh, there's a wave. I was like, what's going on with this weird fabric thing? But that's the wave. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's exit out of this. Unless I'm allowed up here. Nah. And we can lock in a couple things. Can't lock in any of those things, but for our disappearances, right? You were drowned by a terrible beast. But let me just double check and make sure drowned is the best thing, because it's not like the Kraken grabbed them and held them down, but they drowned on account of being whooped, their ass being whooped by a terrible beast. They didn't get crushed or decapitated. They didn't die of old age. They didn't explode. They might have fallen. Ooh, that's a separate option. Okay. Falling overboard is also an interesting thing because they were already in a different boat. But, yeah, you fell overboard to your death. You technically fell from the rigging, but you fell from the rigging overboard. So feel like Overboard is still a better option there. You fell overboard. I'm noticing we have not gotten a set of 3 yet. There's, okay, so some of those are right then. Awesome. Got Purser. That's Omid, awesome. And Nathan, awesome. Okay, so that is not Maha. Hell yeah, alright. It's 36, I believe. Alright. If that's not Maha, I'm willing to bet it is the Carpenter's mate on account of we see him with the Carpenter in several other scenes. I'm trying really hard not to cheese it like I did with that one pair of Russian names. I was getting desperate in that moment, but I want to try to avoid that where I can. I want to make sure that I'm still using some form of logic to make my guesses, even if they're still guesses, rather than just being like, well, let's just put every sailor that might be black in this position and see which one gets checked off. I want to try to be a little more specific than that. But I think Carpenter Mate is a pretty good guess for that. Didn't we see this guy at the end and he was still alive? I don't remember which memories this guy's in. And this one we have a name, so I'm hoping we can figure out when's the last we saw of him. Seen this one? That guy's in this one. All 3 of these guys are in this one, so let's try to double. If they disappeared, we should be able to try and spot them in the Abigail scene and see what's going on with them.